Welcome to our top 10 favourite TV westerns of the 1960s. Hope you enjoy it.
Number 10. Stony Burke.
More of a modern day as opposed to a traditional TV western, Stony Burke, starring a pre-Hawaii Five-0 Jack Lord in the title role, was one of a number of short-lived TV programmes of the 1960s. Running for only 8 months from October 1962, the show boasted a great supporting cast, including Warren Oates and Bruce Dern as sidekicks to professional rodeo cowboy Stony. The series was up against a similarly themed show, Wild Country, resulting in the cancellation of both after running for 1 season.
Number 9. Gunslinger.
Debuting in 1961, Gunslinger also suffered the fate of barely getting out of the corral before being gunned down by audience apathy, running for only 12 episodes in all. One of the reasons for the series failing to connect may have been down to actor Tony Young as Moody Gunslinger called, deciding his character had only one expression, mainly sheer indifference to whatever might be happening around him. What Gunslinger did have going for it, however, was a great theme tune sung by Frankie Laine and composed by Dimitri Tiomkin and Ned Washington, all 3 participants responsible for the theme to Rawhide as well.
Number 8. Kusta.
Faring a bit better than Gunslinger, with 17 episodes to its name, Kusta, which premiered in September 1967, starred Wayne Maunder in the title role. Taking place prior to the Battle of the Little Bighorn, the series also featured Custa's nemesis Crazy Horse, played by Michael Dante, the character of the famous Lakota warrior, featuring in all but 1 episode. Unfortunately, the show fell by the wayside due to bad reviews and complaints from Native American associations that it glamorized the main character.
Number 7. The Westerner.
The Westerner, which debuted in September 1960, was created by Sam Peckinpah, who was flush from the success of The Rifleman, but the new show was cancelled after just 13 episodes. Brian Keith starred as cowhand and saddle tramp Dave Blassingame, who, accompanied by his faithful dog Brown, attempted to raise the money to buy his own ranch. Peckinpah aimed for authenticity, insisting that the actors wore convincingly aged and grungy clothing. He also stipulated that the saloons would be such that viewers at home could smell the stale beer on the floorboards. After the show was cancelled, Peckinpah, who directed 5 episodes and co-wrote 4 of them, resolutely stated, "It was a successful failure. Win, lose or draw, I am proud of my work."
Number 6. Branded. Premiering in January 1965, Branded immediately captured audience attention with a striking opening credit sequence in which Union soldier Jason McCord, played by Chuck Connors,
is court-martialed for desertion and cowardice, stripped of his uniform and cast into the wilderness. McCord then embarks on a mission to prove his innocence to those who believe he is a coward. After such a great beginning to the show, however, Branded, which ran for 43 episodes, hit the skids, supposedly due in part to Connors himself. The actor apparently fell out with one of the producers of the series and stopped currying favour with the sponsors. In return, the sponsors cancelled the show, even though it was still popular with audiences. Years later, Connors expressed regret for his behaviour, where he was both instrumental in the success and then the failure of the series.
Number 6. Hondo.
Debuting in September 1967, the TV series Hondo, based upon the 1951 John Wayne Western, was doomed from the start, seeing as it ran in the same time slot as Star Trek. Starring Ralph Tager in the title role, the show ran for only 17 episodes before it was hastily pulled by the network due to low ratings. Michael Pate appeared as Apache Chief Vitoro, reprising his role from the original film. The series also starred Noah Beery as sidekick Buffalo Baker, a character played by Ward Bond in the earlier film version. It has since been suggested that the cancellation of the show was a bit premature, Hondo eventually picking up a faithful following by viewers after it went into syndication.
Number 4. The Virginian.
Premiering in September 1962 and running for a total of 9 seasons, The Virginian was the first TV cowboy series to consist of 90-minute episodes. The main star of the show was James Drury in the title role of the foreman of Shiloh Ranch, with Lee J. Cobb playing the first of a number of actors to portray the owner of the spread. Other regular cast members included Doug McClure as Cowhound Trampus and Clu Gulager as Deputy Emmett Riker. Guest actors included soon-to-be superstar Robert Redford, who appeared in an episode in 1963. Also, a pre-stardom Raquel Welch, here appearing as Showgirl in 1964. The success of The Virginian led to it becoming the third longest-running TV Western series after Gunsmoke and Bonanza.
Number 3. Laredo.
The four main characters in Laredo first appeared in an episode of The Virginian entitled We've Lost a Train in April 1965. 5 months later, Phil Carey as Texas Ranger Captain Palmer Lee and his subordinates Reese Bennett, Neville Brand, Chad Cooper, Peter Brown and Joe Riley, William Smith starred in their own series which ran for 2 seasons and 56 episodes. The latter two were especially fond of the ladies, whilst Bennett was considered to be more of a dim-witted loose cannon. The comedic aspects of the show proved highly popular with audiences, so a full-length feature film, 3 Guns for Texas, edited from 3 episodes of the series, was released in 1968. The following year, the episode from The Virginian was released theatrically as Backtrack.
Number 2. The Dakotas.
The Dakotas, supposedly a spin-off from Cheyenne, debuted in January 1963. The series starred Larry Ward as Marshal Frank Reagan, who, along with deputies Dell, Chad Everett, Vance, Michael Green, and J.D., Jack Elam, were tasked with keeping law and order throughout the Dakota Badlands in the late 1880s. Although Ward was the main star of the show, acting kudos went to Jack Elam, playing against type as one of the good guys for a change. Described as adult and hard-edged, the series was abruptly cancelled after just 19 episodes, either because viewers complained about a gunfight taking place in a church featuring 2 outlaws being shot and killed, or because MGM felt it utilised numerous elements of the modern-day western Bad Day at Black Rock. It's a shame. The Dakotas is now considered to be one of the many cancelled TV westerns that really should have been given a second chance.
And at number 1, The High Chaperel.
Premiering in September 1968 as a 2-hour full-length film, The High Chaperel, created by David Dotort, who also brought Bonanza to life, featured some of the most memorable TV Western characters of the 1960s. Leif Erikson played ranch owner Big John Cannon with Cameron Mitchell as his brother Buck. Mark Slade starred as Cannon's son Blue Boy, with Henry Darrow as Manolito. The main attraction, though, for herds of smitten teenage boys anyway, was the casting of the beautiful Linda Crystal as Big John's Mexican wife, Victoria. As with Bonanza, the show depicted a family beset by issues from within, and in this case, the constant threat of attack by the local Apache tribe from without. One of the first TV programs to prominently feature Hispanic actors, it was also very expensive to make, and eventually fell foul of the network bean counters. Please like and subscribe.